Hello producers, it's Ozgun here. Lately in the Instagram you asked my producer friend Marc Blue how we made our track Hype. In this video I'm gonna make a project walkthrough and show you how we made the track. One by one I'm gonna try to cover all the questions that you would ask. I hope you listen the track. It's released on Spur Recordings last Friday and it's already supported by Respawn. I'm gonna put a link to the description, and if you're ready, let's start checking the track. So let's start with the drop and then I'm gonna cover the break. The first drop is like this. So this is my kick. I extracted this kick from one of the Sabers track. So it's really have character. It's probably some layer with some cashmere kick and some processing, but it's really good. I didn't do anything at all. And I have two bass layers and one sub, so 3 layers of bass. They sound like this. This is one of the Kashmir big room kicks. And like, I cut the lows. And then Marc sent me this. And I cut it and use it as a top kick. And we have Spire for the sub. It's just a normal sine preset, but the magic is in here. I just processed and boost like this. So it sounds like this without the processing. Just a soul wave, and now it sounds like this. So the bass line is like this. And this is for the sidechain, for all of them. They are going to that bus and getting sidechain. And one good example that Marc did, he pitched the bass like this, all the channels, so it's giving a movement to the track. And after that we have steps. They sound like this. And some hardstyle kicks. We sidechained it and cut the sub. And all the steps are like this. And they really sound good with kick and bass. And some random fills to give the movement, support the vibe. And then let's see. Those are the leads that Marc sent me. So let's go to leads. What did we done to the leads? We have several channels. They are going to their own. And for the processing, this is the EQ. It's nothing fancy. And I have this one from Waves. It gives a body and make the highs more crisp and also a bit like shape it. And then I have one more EQ, but first I should show you this. Then one more EQ. I get rid of some of the resonating frequencies. This reverb, if you watch my tutorials, I learned this trick from Sabers. I'm just automating it when it needed in here. And I have this art acoustic preset. And I have delay. And I have this. And sidechain values are this. It's nothing fancy. And this out is only for like filters and stuff. And I have a drop synth, a fill in here. It's just following some chords that's supporting the melody and the ending of the 4 bars. And after that, let's see what we have in the drop. We have some background noises like this, some plugs. So those are making the drop more interesting, like audience not getting bored, and this is really important thing. And we have exhaust, noise. And we have the ending part of the first drop. I'm putting some 808s in here. And some offbeats. And I put the steps like this to like give more movement. And we have some chants, hi-hats and snares. And yeah, let's go to the breaks. So both breaks are identically the same, but in the first break we have a plug that Marc sent me. It's amazing. And I just put some pads and strings. And we have one more pad that Marc made. And he automated the cutoff to make it more interesting. And other than that, there's nothing special on the break. They sound like this. background sounds, sweep ups, sweep downs. You can see and check their names on them. And then in the second part, the break leads slowly fading in with a filter. So we wanted to make the break leads more interesting, and I just made some automation like this. It's a pitch automation, and it's keep the things more interesting. We had several layers. Let's see. This is for the click, and those are the layers. And this layer is for harmonics. So for the harmonics, I'm just checking them, like checking the original melody, and try to put third or the fifth, and just try all the variations until it sounds good to my ear. And I have one more sound. It's filling every 8 bar, every 4 bar, sorry. And it's something like this. There's really big delay on it. They all sound like this. This is a really Sabers inspirational track. That's why we mostly use their kind of processing, and the result was really promising for us, and we are so happy that you guys love the track. So we have chords in the climax part. I have 2 chords. One is this, and the other one is this. And they sound like this with the leads, and let's turn on the bass too. Oh, we have a Euro bass as well. It's like playing the bass notes. It's just any preset, and they all sound like this. When we go to second break, the only difference, I muted the plugs and put some vocals with vocoder. So if you don't know how to do it, you should send the vocal to one channel, send some preset like VST for any silent preset to the next one, and then route them to the third one and add a vocoder, make it 1, make it 2, and just put some MIDI to the vocoder channel, this. And when you play like this, it should be, so you can get this effect like this. And then we have pads and the same stuff. Let's see how it sounds like. So in the climax, second climax part, we have melody, chords, but everything sidechained because we have a kick. Let's see. And like the same bass from the drop, but just following the break notes this time. And I added this to make it more crisp. There's a new bass coming in this section. It's this preset. In the second part, I wanted to give some extra movement, some variation, and I put the plugs as a main lead. So it's same sounds in the first drop, but just different MIDI. And lastly, for the mastering, I'm again using the same method as Sabers showed in their master classes. I'm putting an EQ like this, and I'm making like -6, because my mixdown is clipping as hell. When I make it -6, it's not clipping at all. And in here we cut the sides, so all the bass is mono, and we cut the mids in the top, so we don't get annoying hustling sound in the top. After that, I have this. Didn't even touch the dynamics in the maximizer. Those are my settings. And I have a limiter like this. Again, this is Saber's kind of mastering. And now in my current tracks, I'm making some different chain. But it's like every chain, I think, for best for some genre, some kind. That's why I'm still experimenting and trying to find my own. So, but this is working really well. I suggest you to try it. And that's all, I think. Yeah, guys, today that was it. I hope you can learn from this. And if you still have questions, you can write in the comment section. And thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Bye bye.